Assalamu alaikum. My name is Rapper. We're still reading the Quran. We're on page 491 of the Holy Quran. And his establishment, and he said, indeed, I am the messenger of the Lord of the worlds. 47, but when he brought them our signs once, they laughed at them. 48, and we showed them not a sign except that it was greater than its sister, and we seized them with affliction that perhaps they might return to faith. 49, and they said to Moses, O magician, invoke for us your Lord, but what he has promised you. Indeed, we will be guided. 50, but when we removed from them the affliction at once, they broke their word. 51, and Pharaoh called among his people and said, O my people, does not the kingdom of Egypt belong to me, and these rivers flowing beneath me, then do you not see? 52, or am I not better than this one, i.e. Moses, who is insignificant and hardly makes himself clear? 53, then why have there not been placed upon him bracelets of gold, or come with him the angels in conjunction? 54, so he bluffed his people, and they obeyed him. Indeed, they were themselves the people defiantly disobedient of Allah. 55, and when they angered us, we took retribution from them and drowned them all. 56, and we made them a precedent and an example for the later peoples. 57, and when the son of Mary was presented as an example, immediately your people laughed aloud. 58, and they said, are our gods better, or is he? They did not present it, i.e. the comparison, except for mere argument, but in fact they are people prone to dispute. Footnotes. That was true previous to his appointment as a prophet, at which time Allah corrected his speech impediment, of a creation of Allah which is being worshipped along with him, implying that they must all be the same. 59. He, i.e. Jesus, was not but a servant upon whom we bestowed favor, and we made him an example for the children of Israel. 60. And if we willed, we could have made instead of your angels succeeding one another on the earth. 61. And indeed he is, i.e. Jesus, will be a sign for knowledge of the hour, so be not in doubt of it and follow me. This is a straight path. 62. And never late Satan at virtue. Indeed, he is to you a clear enemy. 63. And when Jesus brought clear proofs, he said, I have come to you with wisdom, i.e. prophethood, and to make clear to you some of that over which you differ. So fear Allah and obey me. 64. And indeed, Allah is my Lord and your Lord, so worship him, and this is a straight path. 65. But the denominations from among them differed and separated, so woe to those who have wronged from the punishment of a painful day. 66. Are they waiting except for the hour to come upon them suddenly while they perceive not? 67. Close friends that day will be enemies to each other, except for the righteous. 68. To whom Allah will say, O my servants, no fear will there be concerning you this day, nor will you grieve. 69. You who believed in our verses and were Muslims. 70. Enter paradise, you and your kinds delighted. 71. Circulated among them will be the plates and vessels of gold, and therein is whatever the souls desire and what delights the eyes, and you will abide therein eternally. Footnotes. Or succeeding you, i.e. follow the guidance and instruction of Allah, i.e. those like you. Another meaning may be your spouses, i.e. the righteous among them. 72. And that is paradise which you are made to inherit for what you used to do. 73. For you therein is much fruit, from which you will eat. 74. Indeed, the criminals will be in punishment of hell, abiding eternally. 75. It will not be allowed to subside for them, and they therein are in despair. 76. And we did not wrong them, but if they who were the wrongdoers. 77. And they will call, O Malik, let your Lord put an end to us. He will say, indeed, you will remain. 78. We had certainly brought you the truth, but most of you to the truth were adverse. 79. Or have they devised some affair? But indeed we are devising a plan. 80. Or do they think that we hear not their secrets and their private conversations? Yes, we do. And our messengers, i.e. angels, are with them recording. 81. Say, O Muhammad, if the most merciful had a son, then I would be the first of his worshippers. 82. Exalted is the Lord of the heavens and earth, Lord of the throne above what they describe. 83. So leave them to converse vainly and amuse themselves until they meet their day which they are promised. 84. And it is he, i.e. Allah, who is the only deity in the heaven and on earth, the only deity, and he is the wise, the knowing. Footnotes. Meaning everything delicious. Addressing the keeper of hell, Conspiracy against the prophet. The reference here is to the disbelievers of Mecca, only supposing it were so, which is not. 85. And blessed is he who belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth, and whatever is between them, and with whom in knowledge of the hour, and to whom will be returned. 86. And those they invoke besides him do not possess power or intercession, but only those who testify to the truth can benefit, and they know. 87. And if you ask them who created them, they would surely say Allah. So how are they deluded? 88. And Allah acknowledges his saying, O my Lord, indeed these are people who do not believe. 89. So turn aside from them and say peace, but they are going to know. Footnotes, i.e. worship. That intercession is granted exclusively by permission of Allah to those who he wills. Those who associate others with Allah, i.e. the complaint of Prophet Muhammad about his people, means safety and security, i.e. I will not harm you. This was before permission was granted for armed struggle. We've made it to another surah. We're on Surah Ad-Dukhan. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Number 1, Ha-Mim. Number 2, by the clear book. Number 3, indeed we sent it down during a blessed night. Indeed, we were to warn mankind. 4, therein, i.e. on the night, is made distinct every precise matter. 5, every matter proceeding from us, indeed, we were to send a messenger. 6, as mercy from your Lord, indeed, he is the hearing, the knowing. 7, Lord of the heavens and the earth, and that between them, if you would be certain. 8, there is no deity except him. He gives life and causes death. He is your Lord and the Lord of your first forefathers. 9, but they are in doubt, amusing themselves. 10, then watch for the day when the sky will bring visible smoke. 11, covering the people, this is a painful torment. 12, they will say, O Lord, remove us from our torment. Indeed, we are believers. 13, how will there be for them a reminder at that time? And there had come to them a clear messenger. 14, they had turned away from him and said, he was taught and is a madman. Footnotes, Ad-Dukhan, smoke. See footnote to 2.1. The night of decree, quarter, see Surah 97, or is separated or a portion from what is inscribed in the preserved slate. The angels record and descend with whatever Allah has decreed for the coming year. "15. Indeed, we will remove the torment for a little. Indeed, you disbelievers will return to disbelief. 16. The day will strike the greatest assault. Indeed, we will take retribution. 17. And we had already tried before them the people of Pharaoh, and there came to them a noble messenger, i.e. Moses. 18. Saying, render to me to my servants of Allah. Indeed, I am to you a trustworthy messenger. 19. And saying, be not haughty with Allah. Indeed, I have come to you with clear evidence. 20. And indeed, I have sought refuge in my Lord and your Lord, lest you stone me. 21. But if you do not believe me, then leave me alone. 22. And finally, he called to his Lord, and they were as criminal people. 23. Allah said, then set out with my servants by night. Indeed, you are to be pursued. 24. And leave the sea in stillness. Indeed, they are an army to be drowned. 25. How much they left behind in the gardens of springs. 26. In crops and noble sights. 27. In comfort wherein they are amused. 28. Thus, and we caused to inherit it in another people. 29. And the heaven and earth wept not for them, nor were they reprieved. 30. And we certainly saved the children of Israel from the humiliating torment. Footnotes, i.e. the children of Israel, to death, or lest you assault me with your tongues or harm me otherwise. After it has parted, in order that the soldiers of Pharaoh would follow the children of Israel and be drowned. 31. From Pharaoh, indeed, he was haughty, one among the transgressors. 32. And we certainly chose them by knowledge over all the worlds. 33. And we gave them the signs that in which there was a clear trial. 34. Indeed, these disbelievers are saying. 35. There is not but our first death, and we will not be resurrected. 36. Then bring back our forefathers if you should be truthful. 37. And they better are the people of Tubba, and those before them. We destroyed them, for indeed they were criminals. 38. And we did not create the heavens and earth, and that between them in play. 39. We did not create them except in truth, but most of them do not know. 40. Indeed, the day of judgment is appointed time for them all. 41. The day when no relation will avail a relation at all, nor will they be helped. 42. Except those believers on whom Allah has mercy. Indeed, he is the exalted and wise, the merciful. 43, indeed the tree of Zacchum. 44, is food for the sinful. 45, like murky oil boils within the bellies. 46, like the boiling of scalding water. 47, it will be commanded, seize him and drag him into the midst of the hellfire. 48, then pour over his head from the torment of scalding water. 49, it will be said, taste, indeed you are honored, the noble. Footnotes, the tribe of Saba, i.e. patron, protector, or close associate. As he claimed upon the earth, he is taunted with these words, and hell is a reminder and an additional torment. 50, indeed that is what you used to dispute. 51, indeed the righteous will be in a secure place. 52, within gardens and springs. 53, wearing garments of fine silk and brocade facing each other. 54, thus, and we will remarry them to fair women with large beautiful eyes. 55, they will call therein for every kind of fruit, safe and secure. 56, they will not taste death therein except the first death, and he have protected them from the punishment of hellfire. 57, as bounty from your Lord, that is what is the great attainment. 58, and indeed we have eased it, i.e. the Quran in your tongue, that they might be reminded. 59, so watch, O Muhammad, indeed they are watching for your end. We've made it to another surah. We're on Surah Al-Jathiyah. I'm not sure how you say that. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Number 1, Hamim. Number 2, the revelation of the book is from Allah, the exalted and might, the wise. 3, indeed, within the heavens and earth are signs for the believers. 4, and in the creation of yourselves and what he disperses of moving creatures are signs for people who are certain in faith. 5, and in alternation of night and day, and in what Allah sends down from the sky, provision, i.e. rain, and gives life thereby to the earth after its lifelessness, and is the directing of the winds are signs for a people who reason. 6, these are the verses of Allah which we recite to you in truth. Then in what statement after Allah and his servants will they believe? 7, woe to every sinful liar. 8, who hears the verses of Allah recited to him, then persists arrogantly as if he's not heard them. So give the good tidings of a painful punishment. 9, and when he knows anything of our verses, he takes them in ridicule. Those will have a humiliating punishment. 10, before them is hell, and what they had earned will not avail them at all, nor will they have take besides Allah's allies, and they will have a great punishment. 11, this Quran is guidance, and those who have believed in the verses of the Lord will have painful punishment of foul nature. Footnotes, Al-Jathiyah, kneeling in dread of the judgment. See footnote to 2.1, see footnote to 14.16. 12, it is Allah who subjected you the sea that the ships may sail upon it by his command, and that you may seek of his bounty, and perhaps you will be grateful. 13, and he has subjected you whatever's in the heavens and whatever's on the earth, all from him. Indeed, in that are the signs for a people who give thought. 14, say, O Muhammad, to those who have believed that they should forgive those who expect not days of Allah, i.e. of his retribution, so that they may recompense a people for what they used to earn. 15, whoever does a good deed, it is for himself, and whoever does evil, it is against it, i.e. the self or soul. Then to your Lord will you be returned. 16, and we did certainly give the children of Israel the scripture and judgment and prophethood, and we provided them with good things and preferred them over the worlds. 17, and we gave them clear proofs of the matter of religion, and they did not differ except after knowledge had come to them, out of jealousy, animosity between themselves. Indeed, your Lord will judge between them on the day of resurrection concerning that which they used to differ. 18, then we put you, O Muhammad, on an ordained way concerning the matter of religion. So follow it, and do not follow the inclinations of those who do not know. 19, and then indeed they will never avail you against Allah at all. And indeed the wrongdoers are allies of one another, but Allah is the protector of the righteous. 20, this Quran is an enlightenment for mankind and guidance for mercy for a people who are certain in faith. Footnotes, in the hereafter, where those who forgive will be rewarded and those who earn evil will be punished. This was at the outset of dawah, invitation to Allah before permission for jihad, understanding of the law. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.